Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present about my criticism of the Giving Tree short story. There are two parts here. The first is the characterizations and the second is the social settings. There are 7 characters in this short story and their characterizations. The first is Cherry or Old Man or Thomas' father. He is hard worker, kind and wise. Why he is hard worker? Because Cherry wants to make Thomas happy and success, even he must take a loan. And the second is kind. Cherry is really kind-hearted father. He has problems but he never tells his son. He doesn't want to burden Thomas. And the third is wise. Although Thomas has made a mistake, Cherry still apologizes him. He still loves Thomas just the way a father loves his son. The second character is Thomas. Thomas is really care with his family even though he has been a successful person. But on the other hand, he is also a selfish person. Why? Because when Cherry asked Thomas to come home, Thomas said that he cannot because of his works. It is truly selfish to stay working although his mom wants to meet him. And the third character is hard worker. Thomas is selfish person. On the other hand, he is a hard worker because he doesn't want to leave his work if it is done yet. That's Thomas. The third character is Mom. This character is told that she wants to meet Thomas. There isn't any statement about the characterization of this character, so I cannot state anything about this character. And the fourth is someone in Thomas' last place. There isn't clear characterizations also for this character because it isn't shown in the short story. And the number five, Thomas' neighbors in the last place. He is really kind-hearted because they give the newest information to Cherry about Thomas. It is proven in the sentences. He started to walk in the street and the neighbors asked Cherry, "Are you looking for Thomas?" Cherry responded by nodding his head. The neighbors gave the present address and office address of Thomas to Cherry. Cherry thanked them and started towards the path which will lead to his son. And six is the receptionist is polite. Why? It can be seen from he speak politely to Cherry although he didn't know yet who Cherry is. So he is a polite person. And the last is Cherry's neighbors. They are kind-hearted person because they give the newest information to Thomas about Cherry's place. It can be seen from this statement. The neighbors give the address of the place where his parents are staying. So that's the characterizations of all of character in this story. And the second part is social settings. I found there are 2 social settings here. The first is in the city and the second is in the village. The first, society in the city where Thomas works are really friendly. They have good attitude and helpful. They don't differentiate others according to their social classes because they still use formal language to strangers. The second is social settings in the village where Cherry stays have the same atmosphere like in the city. They are helpful and friendly. When Thomas feels confused because he cannot find his parents' house, Cherry's neighbors give Cherry's new address. So that's all about my presentation in this criticism. I think enough. Please forgive me if I've made mistake. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.